Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your girl, Martha D. Staub, owner of MDMC Entertainment, and today is a very special episode of Business Building and Beyond. Today, I am actually going to have the New York Crew, MDMC East, join me. So first up, we're going to bring in Lewis, who is the executive producer of The Development on YouTube. So what's up, Lewis? We're going to have Eddie, his partner, and also the cameraman.
What up, guys? What up?
And as a special treat for everybody, by popular demand, we have the founder of the Facts of Lyfe podcast, Mr. Alex.
Yo, it's popping. I'm the original cameraman.
That's not true.
I didn't ask for this guy.
Started off with Eddie, then it went to you. So first of all, I want to publicly say thank you so much for holding the camera that night.
Yeah,
That
no
was
problem.
great. What is up, guys? How's New York?
I don't know. Haven't been there in like 2 days.
You guys ready to come to Cali?
Always.
I've been waiting. I gotta get your situation ready with your whole COVID business, your shutdowns. Like, come on.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think it's crazy because I was just in Brooklyn in January and I was slated to come back to New York 5 times this year. I was supposed to be back in March, June, back in October, and then November. So, and then COVID happened and it fucked it all up. And then you guys were going to be doing some shows for me out in the Comic Cons and stuff.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Thanks, COVID.
Yeah, right. All right. So let's get to the main topic here. What the fuck happened to my logo? Whose idea was it to change my logo?
You know me. I'm taking over.
Was it your idea?
Yeah.
All right. So
I collab with Alex, actually. I can't take all the credit.
I didn't want to take blame. Stay quiet.
I'm just saying, once that logo changed, I had so many messages like, why did your logo change colors? So like, obviously I'm rocking the blue and orange. Can't see it because of the thing, but
Oh, nice.
So what are the colors that you picked? Why did you pick them? And whose idea was it?
It's New York colors.
Yeah.
What do you mean New York?
York. It's New
It
York
was
colors.
Lewis's idea mostly to
Yeah.
do the New York Knicks colors.
Okay.
So that's the team, the Knicks logo. Also, unfortunately, same colors as New York Failure Mets. You
Sure.
know, but, yeah, it happens to be pretty similar colors to all each other, so that becomes New York.
3 Yankees fans and a Mets.
That's right.
Yankees all day.
Mets all day.
Mets losing all day.
So
Even
how's
with the
the
bases
Yankees?
loaded, but that's a whole different topic.
Yo, it's
Let's not get into that sports stuff.
Oh my God. No, I mean, like, I had opening tickets for opening day for the Padres, which no one cares about the Padres, but like, I was excited to go. It was my first time going, and then, yeah, that sucks.
They still exist.
They still exist. They actually changed the colors. They were like this really cool. I think it was like this blue, and now they changed them to the browns because the Padres are the Friars. So now the Friars like Friars. I was like, what in the world? I'm not a baseball fan at heart. I'm more of a football fan. But I was, I got the tickets. I was ready to go. So shit happens. So I have to address the elephant in the room here. All of my videos have sucked.
Ain't that much weight?
Oh, what?
What?
Oh,
I thought you called me an elephant. I was like, damn, I didn't get that much weight.
Yo, facts.
That wasn't what I was going towards. I was going to say my videos have sucked on YouTube, but the development came out of nowhere. Lewis, you came to me with an idea, and the cool thing about it is, you had an idea, you brought it to me, but then you executed it. You didn't just sit on it. So tell me what was their process into getting into the development up and running?
I don't know. Honestly, I was like, I have all the camera equipment. It was supposed to be used for cons, and I was supposed to use it at Ranger Stop. And then I was like, everything stopped because of COVID. Then I don't know, just one day.
Who's typing? Stop typing.
I think it's Alex. Maybe. He might be on the phone.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Not me. I'm chilling here.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone and the camera.
I don't know. It's all depending on the StreamYard is weird with phones.
Mhm.
But yeah. So like one day I was just at work, and that's where I get all my great ideas. And then bam, that's why I was like, oh, I got this person. I know that person.
Yeah.
I was like, I know Eddie can help me when he can. And I was like, oh, I know who the first one I can do, Alex.
Yeah. So Alex, I was very surprised because I didn't know anything about your podcast. I knew nothing of it. Lou comes to me and he's like, yo, I'm going to do the show and it's going to be amazing. And Alex is the first guest. I'm like, wait, what? Why? And then I didn't know about your podcast until Lewis sent me the links. And I started listening to it. It's pretty good. I think there's 8 episodes now.
10.
Why in the world did you want to sit down and talk to Lewis about your podcast for my company?
Well, Lewis hit me like I don't want to say last minute. He hit me last second. Yo, we doing the interview today. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna come to your crib. I was like, fuck, we're doing an interview? Okay, I guess we'll do it. And that's how it happens. It's like very last second. Niggas didn't even fucking ask me. He decided, we're doing an interview. I'm like, okay.
I just demand it right now.
One of us is ready.
It worked out great though. You have over 100 views now. I think everyone is we've been sharing it on our side because it's good stuff. We've been listening to it weekly. And Eddie is an entrepreneur himself. Eddie, tell the world what you do, because in the New York tour video, there's a lot of misconceptions as to what you actually do, Mr. ZZ Top. So take it away. What you doing?
I'm currently in the Forex trade market. So I'm learning how to trade Forex, which technically means currency around the world. So it takes a lot of my time. It only takes a lot of my time just because I'm learning how to do it. So I'm studying different strategies. I'm studying how to read the market. I'm learning how to mark the charts. So it's just a lot of, it's like going to school. You have to dedicate yourself to learn a set of skills, that eventually you're going to make really good profits from it. So I'm always busy. I'm always like on Zoom calls. I'm always watching live educators. I'm always marking charts. So it's a long process, but it's very beneficial, especially for now. Like how a lot of people don't have jobs and lost jobs, and you can do it right from your phone. So you could be anywhere at the park or
I don't
know, anywhere, and you can still make money anywhere. So that's the best part of it.
Yeah. The cool thing about these 3 is they're all entrepreneurs in the making, which I think just makes this crew super cool and super innovative. You guys are all finding your ways. I think COVID was one of those reset buttons we didn't know we needed to bring up all of these creative ideas into play.
No,
so
definitely
Eddie,
was.
Yeah, for sure.
Eddie, how long have you been doing that now?
I've been learning since November and trading since February. Like live trading since February.
So if you see MDMC/EDF Enterprises, you know what happened.
That's for sure.
Yeah. So I think as a backstory to everyone else, I mean, these 3 have been around since the MDMC inception. The inception started in January of 2016. And I didn't meet Lewis and Alex until April of 2016. We met virtually. And I actually met Lewis in person first. And then Eddie in PMC 2016.
Yeah, PMC 2016, yeah.
And then Alex came around to California without telling me in 2017, just showed up.
And you friggin' hit me.
Yeah, I did. I'm sorry. You still have bruises?
I still have the whole handprint.
I see the knot every day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hurt.
Well, my little gift from me to you.
Great. Except money. Oh, fuck.
That's coming your way. Dinner on me is on its way.
Cash App.
Yeah.
He's on his way, but where the hell's Eddie?
Right here, I turned off the fan because I thought that was
Oh, there
what's
she is.
making this weird sound, but I guess it's not.
Yeah,
I like that you combed your hair today, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
thanks, man.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
did. But anyway, since 2016, 17, you know, MDMC kind of was the side gig, and then it turned, obviously, 2019 was when it turned full time, and then, you know, but because you guys have been around so long, you know, I've had these guys running tables for talent. I've had them helping avoid stalkers with talent. We have some great stories on that. You know, you guys have constantly been putting in the work, and whether it's been like a quick little photo edit from Alex, or you know, Lewis is running from one side of the city to the other to pick up talent. You even catered to talent when they came into town, just to kind of make sure that we kept that rapport up with them. So you guys put in a lot of time and effort. So I appreciate you guys.
Well, it's been a lot of fun though too.
We have a ton of memory. Oh my God, I think our last one at PowCon was just the greatest. I think we were making jokes about it the other day.
There's too many memories.
There's too many, and that we can't really disclaim all those until, you know, I read a book.
A lot of disclaimers.
Yeah, no. Well, I had Roger telling me, he's like, I can't wait to go back to New York. I can't wait to hang out with the boys. I was like, that's cool. So you guys have obviously made an impression on them.
Well, Roger, Nemo, and yeah, those two are back and welcome back anytime.
Yeah,
sure. Those are the homies. Those are the bros.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all got video shot. Well, Eddie did for his birthday. He got video shot.
I got a secret one I can't show, but that one's great.
Well, the cool thing about those guys, not only are they actors, but they're also businessmen themselves. They're entrepreneurs themselves.
Basically, yeah.
Roger's out conquering the world and parts of Mexico and South America, and Nemo's gotten into a very different and very lucrative world of his own business. So we won't talk about that, but I don't know how far I can really explain that part, but yeah. So the development, episode 3, I just got done editing it. Lewis, what else are we going to see from the development?
There'll be some stuff coming up. Hopefully, people stop rescheduling on me. But otherwise, like, there's some good stuff coming. Hopefully, maybe an unboxing of some stuff.
All I know is Lewis says, "Here's the bill," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Here, pay for this." I'm like, "What?" But
in the bed though.
I can't wait for the unboxing for sure. We just got done the one that's going to come out tomorrow, or well, actually, it already came out. This is coming on Thursday. But you sat down with Chris. I forgot his last name. He's a music producer. How do you know so many cool people? This guy's working for Netflix and like all these really big names that we all know.
Look, New York got hidden people everywhere with different talent, and it's definitely a small world in New York, especially in like the working industry.
Mm-hmm.
So like once you meet one person, you just meet another person and another person, and some people like you remember, some people like move on and like move somewhere else. Yeah, like it's a lot of people just because like, especially like what I do for like work with animals. So like, you know, I talk to a lot of these clients, and so like some of them talk about their lives, or you find out about what they do, and then you know you connect with like you talk to their husband, and because their husband brings their pet in, or like you talk to their wife, their girlfriend. So it's just like you connect with a lot of different people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also want to thank you because like early on, I remember when I got my first set of business cards, you were like displaying them at your work. Even when we were working on the circuit, you were, man, I tell you, you've been hustling for me for years. Getting, all the, when we were doing the fee pictures.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's going on with the project. I haven't talked to Manu in a while, but I guess it's funded. I don't know. I have to get an update on that. But
I get emails from time to time.
yeah,
that thing's been the making for like 20 years.
Too. I get those emails from time to time.
That was my first project though, as like a freelancer. Manu's like, here's your Facebook page and make my content. I shared something on my personal the other day. Like I made this comic strip, like a story of old pictures I found, and I made them like animated, and then I made it into like a cartoon page. And I'm like, man, I used to do some dope shit for that guy. I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't talked to him in a while, but he was my first step into this world. So I appreciate him. I think if you go back and watch there was one video I made. I think it was our journey so far. I released it on New Year's, and it shows like back in 2015. Like I did a Facebook Live with him and stuff. He stayed at my house. Like he's crazy. So Alex. Life of Facts, Facts of Life. I was wondering, is this going to be like a seasonal thing? Like maybe you have like a fall premiere of new shows, or are you just going to do it consecutively every week? What's your plan on that?
It's going to be a weekly thing. So right now we're dropping every Wednesday, 9 a.m. I'm testing the waters to see between Wednesdays and Fridays. So right now we're keeping Wednesdays for a while. Look at the analytics on that, and then we'll choose Friday, and then see the analytics on that, see what's better. But yeah, it's gonna be a weekly thing. I planned on doing seasonal, but that's still in the thought process.
Mm-hmm. So you've covered a lot of controversial subjects like defund the police and Black Lives Matter. Is that the trend you're going to stay on, or do you really want to get the nitty gritty, like the hard facts people don't want to talk about? Are you sugarcoating some of that? What's your
no? What we're trying to go for is just like everyday life, everyday New York life, everyday life at all together. So we're spitting facts, right? Hence the name of the podcast. But this is not life facts. So I'm not going to sit here and read Snapple facts. Oh, today 1912. It's not that shit.
Right.
We're talking about, for example, you said Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, Blue Flu. There's all, relevant terms and items that people, like you said, find controversial. But some people just rather not talk about it.
That's why I say
bring that up. We want to bring it up and see what you think about it. And if you're on the same page as us, we're not afraid to say what we feel, what we think should be said.
Right. Have you gotten any pushback from anybody that's listening and being like, "Oh, you're asshole," because they don't agree with you?
I've gotten feedback, but not about the topics, just about how we conduct ourselves. I mean, there's been some negative about certain people. We've gotten a lot of positive, but what I tell everybody, we're new at this.
Right.
We're 10 episodes in. We started just as a hobby. It's flipping to be into a business. We're going for branding, all the fun stuff. But still new at it and still learning the tricks, still learning the trade. So we're adapting.
Right. You guys covered last week Vanessa Gilliam's passing, which was nuts. Like I've listened to it and I'm just like, I'm over here yelling on my side, like the frustration because it's
it's not fair.
It's not fair. And I think all of us are Latinos, what's it going to take for all of us to rise up?
I agree.
We'll hit something.
Huh?
We'll hit something. Like something will just hit in the Hispanic community, and then there'll be.
It's not to dive deep into it, but it's a scale. For Black Lives Matters, they rose up and did their thing. It got carried away to something else, but they started with certain intentions that were good. Yeah. So then, what are the Latinos waiting for? Vanessa Guillen, she was murdered. She was a hero. She fought for her country. Yeah. This guy, George Floyd, was not, any type of service. Mm-hmm. So why does he get a folded U.S. flag, and she does as well. But look at it too. A guy
It's
was a
nothing
career
serious.
criminal. She was a hero. So
Right.
where's her celebrities? You know, where's her publicity? Where's her gold casket? So is it up to the media, or is it up to the Latinos to rise up? To me, it's both. Media should cover both, and the Latinos should be pushing just like BLM pushed.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I could agree with that.
I had this conversation. Well, actually, what started this, Eddie said, he made a really great point the other day. He says, Latinos will only start to rise up when it has something to do with immigration. And then I started watching Immigration Nation because, you know, I was sitting there watching it like, oh my God. And I don't know if it's because Latinos don't want to get in people's business, because that's just how we are. You know, your parents like, don't look, keep walking, because that's been a mentality since we were little. I don't know if it's just that we're just stay out of people's business, get out of, you know, maybe that's it, but I don't know what it's going to take.
My opinion, I'm no professional, but my opinion is that a lot of that Latino community is illegal. So them ruffling feathers is going to get them in trouble. You know,
Right.
most likely deported.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody's scared to rise up.
Yeah, definitely. Especially like in New York, especially in like California, there's a lot of diversity where like we don't know for sure if they are legal or they are not. And I've known a couple of friends that I'm not going to say names or anything that I've known that have paid stuff to bring family over, and it's crazy. And the stories I've heard and what happens if you get caught, and just watching that show just reminds me of it. Like if you get caught, like you get kicked back.
And yeah,
Right,
for
so
sure.
That's why everybody stays to themselves, because it's out of fear.
Yeah.
If people let go of that fear, they can move forward.
The things people don't understand why people come here for the better life is because they can make more money here, send it back, and take care of their families back there. And I think I watched that documentary this week and it pissed me off. But I hope you cover those topics on your, I hope you continue to cover those topics on your podcast. Because they need to be heard.
We try to cover everything. We also don't want to lose listeners. So we try to stay not so controversial. We try to stay neutral on everything. We just try to say what's the facts on everything. We give our opinions, but we just try to stay neutral at the same time, so people don't feel like, oh, everything's just one-sided, or they're left wing, they're right wing, they're, you know, Trumpers, like people say, and you know, we're not trying to give no side. We're just trying to give facts.
Right. Well, you did have a fluffy episode that you said, well, I didn't like that one this week. And I'm like, was it, I don't know, maybe it was because it was fluffy, or maybe it wasn't so, I don't know.
Which one?
The traveling one.
Oh, I don't know. I just felt like that one was just, well, the guys liked it. The guys like, oh, you know, as people getting to know us.
Yeah.
I planned this podcast with a bit of science. I want people to know us, but that's a little further down. I want us to get known a little bit more, so then they wonder, like, oh, you know, what's the face to the voice, you know?
Right.
So that's I want that further down the road, not yet.
It's all that branding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are these two going to be fact fellas at some point?
We talked about
that.
Yeah, we talked about that already.
Yeah, you guys should like special guest or something. Yeah.
We will soon.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we all met each other on the Comic-Con scene. I have a question for you guys because you guys are the pros. Lewis was a cosplayer. Eddie's dad is famous, and
we all have famous dads.
You all have famous dads. And Alex goes to Comic-Con.
Hey, my dad's famous too, right?
Yeah, as I said, we all have famous dads.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the future of Comic-Cons going forward?
Man,
I don't know. It's
just a step back.
It's not going to be the same, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You already saw some that went through with it, and from what I saw, they did keep like a lot of vendors like super apart instead of like next to each other, like right next to each other. The guests was like, instead of like, I know some cons they have like the guests on one side and like vendors and whatever else on the other side with some cons, and then some cons everything's like mushed together. But I saw one, like one side was just vendors and then one side was just like the talent, and everybody was just really like super spread out.
Yeah.
So, but I was just like, I'm sorry to say it, but like a lot of these cons, like some of these people, I don't know if they shower or whatever. Like there's like when you go to cons, like you smell a lot of funk sometimes, and I'm not gonna just blame just the people themselves. There's cosplayers there, there's vendors there also. So like, but like sometimes I don't know. There's people that like sweat bad, so it's just like how much can a mask protect you in an environment like that also?
Well,
It's,
I mean,
it's not gonna last forever though. Look, for example, 1912 we had a pandemic. You see pictures of people at soccer games and football games wearing the masks like we do now. It lasted just a while. And it's not gonna be forever. We're gonna go back to normal eventually.
Eventually. I just feel like, New York Comic Con is one of the big ones. San Diego is like huge also. One in Seattle. It's like all these big cons, like how it's gonna be a little hard to like, because they allow like up to a certain amount of people before like fire marshals get involved. But are they gonna limit the amount of people each couple of hours? Like how like next year? Who knows?
Well, I know LA Comic Con came out with their email. I don't know if any of you guys got that, but where they're actually showing diagrams how they are separating people and putting the main stage somewhere else where you can access the main stage on your phone. But when it comes to the meet and greets, I have clients that don't even want to do it. They're just like waiting until this is over.
Yeah.
Which now has a huge resurgence in the private signings. Now everyone's doing private signings. Those have just boomed. I don't know. How soon do you guys think you could, like, if New York Comic Con was to come around in October, would y'all go?
No.
I would definitely not after that whole little scare I just had.
And Javits Center was used for
Javits Center was used as a place for
the hospital. Yeah.
Well, I know that I'm working with a small business out here that does do meet and greets, and what they decided to do was to put this plexiglass in between the talent and the person to do pictures. And I'm like, well, that defeats the purpose of a picture.
That does defeat. But I was like, why would you want to take a picture with a person that has like a mask and a hat? Like, I'm not there to take a picture with somebody that doesn't that looks like anybody else. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
For all you know, that could be like Lewis with a mask and like taking a picture with you. It's no fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it. You guys wanted to add anything else?
Episode 3 for development drops tomorrow.
Dropped already. This is coming out Thursday. This is pre-recorded, everybody.
This one for the development one comes out tomorrow.
Huh?
So what?
What'd you say?
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
Well, we do have an upcoming interview with my friend and mentor who got me into Forex. She's a 4-figure trader. He just turned $7 into 7 racks in like a week, and that's freaking amazing. So can't wait to interview him because he's an amazing guy, humble guy. It's just wise beyond his years. So that's going to be a really fun interview for him.
I can't wait
When you're getting married.
money.
Yeah, he's super cool, man.
You can sponsor Alex and I on our shows.
I could use new gear.
Yeah. Me too. That's why I haven't gotten the backdrop yet. I haven't, I'm filming for another project and they're telling me I need better lights. I'm just like, yeah. So make
You
that
should
money.
get one of those ring lights.
Yeah, I gotta order one this week. I'm waiting for I'm taking all of you out to dinner via Lewis. I'm gonna do a money drop to him hopefully this week, and then you guys can go out on me. Thank you for doing the New York video. I've had a lot of questions about that video.
Part 2 gonna come soon. We gotta figure out a day since now, like, I'm working, Alex is working.
Yeah,
Eddie,
you
does this thing.
No, you guys are busy, and I appreciate you guys giving your time to me. I appreciate it more than anything, especially now because we got one traveling, we got one trading. So I appreciate that. No, so there's going to be a part 2 to the tour.
What kind of questions you got from the video?
Oh, they're like, who are these guys? This is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video. A lot of interesting commentary. Loved it. I thought it was great.
We're the cool crew.
Did you see my thank you disclaimer on there? Because right before you called Eddie ZZ Top, I said thank you.
Yeah.
They're like the practical jokers of Queens. We just need one more, maybe.
Don't need one more. You guys are. I actually went out and drove around San Diego and caught some footage, but I'm like, this sucks. Like I was like, I need to go get
There's no place like New York.
No, I mean, there's not.
I think San Diego doesn't have us. That's the problem.
Well, there's a lot of really pretty places. Like there was one part where I went up to the bench. Well, I took all of you guys at one point, but where the bench where Eddie sat, I was like, this is a famous spot. This is where Eddie sat.
Oh yeah,
put a plaque on it.
Yeah. And, you went there before they did, and on Coronado.
Yeah.
And then there was a part where I was around the boot camp, and I was like, "This is where Alex told me to. Why am I yielding? Or why am I stopping when there's a yield?" And like, there's stupid little things in there, but I don't even want to release it. Even me releasing it makes no sense. Like it's just not that good. Like I told our other CEO, like, you're boring. I need to go get Dion. It was
the commentary. That's why.
It was a bad.
That's what it is.
It was bad. So I was like, go get Dion and go do it.
Well, you know,
you should get Dion to do one of these videos.
Well, he lived out here, so it would be great. You know, he wants to be a part of this, and I'm just like, I don't know how I would even incorporate you.
All he has to wear is a red bandana. Everybody will know who he is.
Well, obviously.
Yes.
You know what it is? It's just New York has a certain, I don't know, like ambiance that you could take a picture of a fucking street sign and people are like, damn, that's New York right there.
Yeah.
It's just New York is New York. There's nothing like it. So you take a picture of anything and people just fascinated.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's why the PowCon video was one of my second highest views, because, you know, at the time I was doing, when I started this channel, a lot of people would ask, what is it that you really do? And so, all right, well then let me do videos and show you. So I did the entire our road so far. So that was a combination of everything I did before then. And then I started to do PowCon, and then I did LAX Fan Fest, and then I was going to have all these others. I was supposed to be in Australia this year. That didn't happen. Man, I tell you, this year sucks. Sucks so bad.
I mean, from what I understand, your show's changing for a month, right?
We're tweaking.
So, you know, we could possibly temporarily fill in for that month. We'll see how the ratings go.
I mean, I think there's definitely an element to what you bring to the table and like what I bring by myself. And, you know, I think showing the Comic-Con aspect, when I was doing that was great. But whenever you're in here, there has to be some sort of finesse that comes into talking to a camera for 35, 40 minutes an hour. So, you know, you have to have that. I mean, I think we could do it. I think if any of y'all want to fill in, sure. I mean, I want to do, not next week. Next week I have a guest. But the following week, you know, we can, I want to tweak this a little bit. I really want to fine tune what do people want to see, who do they want to see, and what.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, if y'all are open, hell yeah, let's do it.
I think we need a little Justin Nemo on one of these videos.
Oh, I could call him. Yeah, no, he would do it in a heart. I haven't had him on. I want to have him on as a guest. I'm actually because he has a business that he had his pretty much all of his adult life, and now he just started another portion of that in another direction that I would love to. I actually hit him up. I was like, "Could you send me some stuff?" And he said, "No, it's over. Can't fly over state lines." So yeah, we'll have to try it. But we were at PopCon. We were trying to come up with names of strains and stuff. So it was. I'd love to have him talk about it because it's fascinating.
And where's the co-owner of MDMC?
He's at work.
His show's coming out soon, hopefully.
Co-owner. Actually, we had this conversation the other day. I'm like, the paperwork is under my name. This isn't yours.
Yeah.
No,
I just said co-owner because that's what you said in your video.
He's been talking about doing his own show, but I don't know if it'll happen. He started his page though. Did you guys see that? I made the logo and everything. We'll see what happens. Collection Corner. That's courtesy of Louis and Eddie calling him Leche. So that's why he ran with it, and he wants to get a shirt that says "They call me Leche." Because I kept about his collection, about all of the shit he's got in the room that we've. Because at one point, during my 233 days of unemployment, I sold the entire thing, and it sucked. It made me cry because at that point I was trying to avoid having the roof over my head taken away and getting evicted. And it was a really shitty time in my life, and so I tried to sell my designer purses. I tried to sell jewelry. I tried to sell everything I possibly could. And the collection went because it had more value. And so it went to a friend of mine who's at the Inland Empire Toy Store. You can find all my Power Ranger stuff there. It's still there. But over time, I've been able to get part of that back. So the Funkos are still there. So and now it's slowly returning to where it's going to be. And that actually turned into a conversation yesterday of MDMC siphoning off into other channels, not channels, but other business streams. So we're gonna. It's an in-depth process. It's something I'm not comfortable talking about just yet, but there's something in the works.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, we do digital marketing. We do that's the conversation I was having. It was like, we want to incorporate the fun, but we also want to incorporate the expertise because, me alone, I've been able to help businesses turn into multi-million-dollar empires. I just talk about it, But at the same time, we're also talking to people that are on that route to become those small enterprises. Like the people, Louis, you have talked to. I mean, those people will be massive in a year or two. Those are people that are well on their way to that road. So you've done a really good job picking those people and showcasing the talent.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent out in New York. It's just some don't they keep it to themselves, so it's really small, and then some are actually like well known or just like they've done little projects here and there. I know a lot of people that's been on like Netflix shows, that's done like just TV shows in general, or wrote books, done music, traveled with whatever they do. So it's just some don't like spread out and market themselves. Some just like stay small and do their own little thing, and then they get big and however they are.
Well, it's hard. I mean, like myself, I don't have time to do social media, but yet somehow we're pulling it off. I mean, when you are, a lot of people are taking care of their clients. They gotta get that money in first. And that's, to me, that's priority number one. I want to make sure everyone's taken care of before I worry about a social media post on my end. Which is why I'm looking for an intern, by the way. I put up a post looking for a marketing intern or a social media intern. So if y'all know anybody, let me know. All right, guys, where can people find you? Start off with Lewis, and we'll work down to Alex.
They can find me on mostly Instagram because I'm not really on Facebook. But if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Lewis. You'll find me there. Marcus shares my stuff, and then
it's official, spelled wrong.
And then for Instagram is it's _official, which is OFFICAL. And yes, I know it's misspelled, but IG somebody already has. It's the real official, so
we can report it and take it down.
I don't even know. I don't know if it's still. I don't even know if it's still on there. I gotta look. Okay. But yeah.
Eddie, the master of all trading. Where can they find you?
Find me mostly on IG too. It's Eddie _NYC1. Pretty much it. You can find me on Facebook too, but usually just always on Instagram.
If you're creepy, don't follow them. They're not gonna talk to you. Where can they find you? Both of your accounts.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, this is my bad. This is lagging. Instagram is Poppy Joker, so it's PAPI_Joker. And my podcast, Facts of Lyfe, FACTS _0F _LYFE.
All
the
right.
0 is because the OF was taken and they're doing nothing with it. So go to that page and report it so that I can take it over.
Don't worry, Eric.
Well,
you already know I reported it. I was like, Alex, is this the page? He was like, yeah. I was like, report spam.
Yeah. Anyone watching, go report that account. The Facts of Lyfe. Yeah, that one. Yeah, you guys know what to do. All right, guys.
The
That's
OF, not the 0F. Thanks.
the OF, not the 0F. The 0F is the real one. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. I love you all so much. And thank you.
Oh. Yeah, thank you for having us.
All right.
I'm the only one that said I love you. See that shit? Fucked up, guys.
I love you too.
We love you too, Martha. We love you too.
I love you all. Thank you.
Martha. She's pain in the butt sometimes.
I love Rambo too, though.
Oh, no, that's
Thanks for having us.
That's my boo.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.